and I apologize if you can hear the lawnmower. I did tell Dad that
Okay,
I was going to be out here today, but
and we're live.
all right. Hi, everybody. Welcome. This is
Welcome
Miss
to the
Chicken Bee.
stream.
I'm currently lighting my smoker so that we can go inspect some hives.
Let's do this. And today we have a special guest.
Yes, she went to go get her. She's waiting for me. I will introduce her again when we get over there.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Okay, the sound, the picture, everything is good.
cool. Struggling a little with the smoker today. Almost got it. Come on, baby. Macho really wants to be on the stream. Can you hear him?
I could hear him like twice when he starts growing. Yeah, I could hear him a little bit.
He's going.
But
He's
but it's all good. It's all good. We have a new narrator for the story.
right. Something like that. I gotta be careful because I already have my veil on, and I don't want to melt my veil.
You know, the veil is that fragile. Yeah, it's only a veil,
Yeah,
right? It's not like something made out of
like
aluminum
plastic
or something.
screening.
Yeah.
It can stop bees, but it cannot stop fire. Quite flammable, actually. There
You
we
think
go.
you think the smoker will be needed for today?
We wanted to light it just in case. You
Just
never
in
know. I haven't
case.
been in there in a few weeks. They might be a little
Yeah.
pissy.
There might be a little like, who are you? Who are you again?
All right, there we go. She was fighting me today. All right. She just gonna run your lawnmower during your live stream? Yeah. It's all good. The audio filtering is pretty good. I think the smoker went out again. Dang it. All right. The audio didn't capture the first time. So everybody, this is Diane, my mentor and friend, and she came over today to help me inspect my hives. So I think we'll start. These ones I usually just work my way left to right. Let me just get this set up. Good. All right, so there's my inspection sheet that is not up to date. Oh, look at that. You'll be ashamed of me. The inspection sheet that Diane has designed and is actually quite helpful. And I'm a bad mentee. Hang on.
But you haven't been using it though. Just one thing. Are you connected to the Wi-Fi or the mobile?
No, I'm on mobile data.
Okay, okay.
They're stuck pretty good in the middle. Yeah. This is normal for them. Okay, ladies. There we go. All right, friends. It's been a hot minute since I've been out. Oh, this is like fully propylized, so it's not even going to come off. I can dump some food if you've got a gallon feeder, just to give them something other than us to mess with. Yep, right there. Oh, look at all those bees. Oops, sorry. Uh-oh. Be nice, be nice. Be nice, ladies. I come bearing gifts. Don't be hateful. Don't hate. Appreciate. Anne's got that good. Got the good stuff, ladies. Okay, so we're feeding 1-to-1 again today. In a few weeks, we'll switch to 2-to-1. That'll more closely resemble honey, but for right now, we want it to continue to replicate nectar. We want them to produce a little bit more brood. We're not totally out of the season yet. They didn't like me reaching over very much. There you go. Yeah, give them a good dose. Give them some smoke. Keep them calm because Diane doesn't like to wear gloves. That strip's probably in there pretty good. It is.
Oh, Diane is not wearing gloves. I just noticed that, yeah.
No, she's way braver than me. I'm not going to be able to get it off of there. I'll have to lift the frame up. Beep, beep. Beep, beep, ladies. You want to try from number 1? Yeah. So this is actually really great. I'm glad she's here and I'm glad we're streaming it because you'll see how much easier beekeeping is when you have a friend. Oh yeah, beekeeping is way more fun with a friend. Oh, they're just spilling out of there.
And probably way
Because
easier
two
too.
hands on the yeah, because you've got extra hands to pat stuff with. Beautiful capped honey, and then there's liquid honey inside. Wet nectar. Awesome. You can see that. I don't know. I don't know how the camera picks that up, but it's
No, it's
beautiful.
we can see it. We can see it.
You see it?
It's very
Beautiful.
nice.
Okay, she's going to pull number 2. I'll put number 1 back in place, and then I'll go for the next frame. This is like round robin beekeeping. Yeah. More capped honey, open cells with wet nectar, and pollen. It's another good resource frame. Same thing on that side. Yeah, they've been doing pretty good, actually. Yeah, this frame's heavy. Oh, small hive beetle. Uh-oh. That's not good. Yeah, one of the things I wanted to do today was put some traps in here because since the sun has turned with the changing of the seasons, they've been getting a bit more shade than I would like. Yeah, the small hive beetle tends to really enjoy that shady. Chips were really bad. One of the colonies was really overrun. I had to condense them down pretty small. I don't see any eggs or larvae yet, and I don't see any brood yet. This is full of food, though. Nectar, or excuse me, honey and pollen. It was the whole frame. It's honey and pollen. When I dropped that strip in, that was the center of the brood nest, but I had just condensed them down. Okay. So she might have moved. The queen might have moved over a little bit. Yeah, they're feeding heavy. I did put eyes on the queen last time I was in here. I was actually. Oh, look at that! Look at the bees. Yeah, that's tuning off of the edge there.
Oh, that's a lot of bees. Look at them falling.
Yeah, they spill like water. All right, lots of brood here. Easy, friend. Lots of brood. Capped brood. Yay! Yeah. So we're convinced at this point that we pretty much have a queen. If we see brood. Well, I see capped brood. Capped brood. We're going to look for some eggs, though. See if we can. It'd be nice to put our eyes on her. There's only, 9 frames in here.
I think that in the last stream we actually captured the queen laying some eggs. If I'm not.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It looked like she dropped an egg, but she didn't have her bottom all the way down in the cell. Oh, you got her? Yep, she's right here. All right. Well, Diane's a pro at this. She didn't even have to try. Usually, what happened last year is I couldn't find my queens for weeks, and Diane came over and just picked up a frame, and she was like, "Oh, she's right here." So you'll be able to see her right here. Oh, yep. Here. There she is. Isn't she pretty? Big golden girl.
Oh, there she is. Yeah.
Beautiful. Isn't she lovely? Let me see if I can get some of the others out of her way. There you go. Very nice. She's pretty.
The stream quality this time isn't very good, but we can see her. We can see her.
Okay. I don't see any eggs or larvae, but she's really lovely. Like, just a really pretty girl. There is some capped brood here. She's a first-year queen. Right? Do you think she's already stopped laying for the year? It's possible. They slow things down when there's no food coming in. So yeah. That's why the 1-to-1 is still kind of important, because you really do want her to be brooding out still. Right. And it took me so long to get out here because I've been sick. So correct. I know exactly how that goes, my friend. Yeah. Let's check this one. And I'm going to put her back inside. All right, tons of resources. She's on this side. So I'm going to put the other side out so you can slide back in. Beautiful. She's lovely. Good. All honey. Nice. All nectar. Yeah, so she has slowed down with brood building. We'll keep dumping the 1-to-1 on her for a little while and see if that ramps her back up again. Probably. Maybe give her like another 4 days, put food on her again. Yeah. Just so that it stimulates her to keep production. Yeah, it's a little too early. Let me bump this one over a little so you don't have a fight getting that frame in.
And Kix Ahoy just hopped into the stream and said hello.
Hello, Kix Ahoy. Thank you for joining.
Thank you for joining us.
All right. Okay, try that. There we go. Little pile of these there. That's okay. She's over here on this side, so you're safe. Can we just scrape it? Yeah, that's a lot. There. Big chunks of propolis. Got it? Mm-hmm. There's also some chunks there. Yeah, they did a good job. This is what the apivar strip looks like after 6 weeks sitting in the hive. It's all like stained from the pollen.
Oh, what is that
The
for?
dirty little This is apivar. I put these in the strips, these little strips in last time we streamed, but this has, would you call it a pesticide? It is. It's a pesticide. It's a synthetic medication to kill off the varroa mite. Yes. And the bees don't like it. The bees don't like it at all. So they use the propolis that they put on the edges of the frames. They propolize and try to close and seal up the medicine on that strip so that the medicine isn't coming in contact with them. But it's the only way to kill off the mites. So we just keep scraping it off. I think in the last stream I pulled open some drone cells and we actually saw one. Oh, very nice. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, we did saw some.
Okay. I want to run and go grab the beetle traps. Yes. Okay. Yes, that's a good idea. Do you have Swiffers or do you have the beetle blaster? I have the little side. Okay. Hooks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the cover back on and wait for you to come back then. All right. Just so that they're going to stay warm. Whatever brood is in there, we want to keep it warm. Yeah. So we're going to stand by to turn that. Oh, I'll flip it around. Yeah, I'll spin it around. Okay, I will be right back. Oh, look, we can watch them running inside because they've been off the... There you go. So what this tells us is that the queen is in the house. So you can see everybody standing on their face with their tail end in the air, fanning their wings. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Perfect.
what they're doing is they've located the queen and her pheromones. They tell each other the way they communicate is by pheromone. They communicate using vibration. So what they're doing is they're passing her pheromone from the bees up here at the center of the hive all the way back here on the back edge of this lid, and everybody's moving toward that hole. That's where the queen is at. So they realize, oh, she's inside.
Ah,
So it's an easy way for them to communicate, but I don't know if you can see it. They're all kind of standing. They're
they're
all
kind.
kind of standing on the faces. Yeah,
Yeah, they're kind of like their faces are pointing down to the hive
correct.
itself. Yeah, yeah, like
Correct.
almost all of them are doing that.
Correct. So they're pointing downhill, but you can see their wings. I don't know if you can see their wings flapping.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
see
they're
her wings
flapping.
moving?
Yeah.
So they're basically fanning the queen's pheromone from inside to everybody else that's standing on top of the lid. And the
Ah,
interesting thing is that they're doing that on the front porch as well. So because we picked up the frame that the queen was standing on, we moved her pheromone from that space that she was in.
okay.
So they can recognize within just a half an hour if something has happened to their queen. If we've removed her, they'll notice it right away and
Also,
they'll start making a new queen directly.
so so right now they're trying to locate the queen and making sure that she's actually there on the hive.
Correct.
Oh, that's
Correct.
awesome.
So we picked up the frame that she was on and shifted it. We moved her outside of the hive, which reduced, and we picked up almost all of the frames, which reduces her pheromone. When we put this lid back on, this lid was sitting over there on the box. And when
Mm-hmm.
we set it back on top, all of a sudden they could smell her pheromone down inside of the hole.
Oh, I
So
see.
that was their signal to talk to each other. Hey, she's right here. We didn't lose her. Everything is okay.
Oh,
She's in the hole.
so they're spreading the message to everybody that they didn't lose the queen after all.
Absolutely. That's exactly what they're
Oh,
doing.
We're
that's
about to
awesome.
confuse them again by
Right.
taking them off again.
Yeah, we're going to pick this up. Oh, I touched something. So hopefully I didn't damage your live stream.
No, 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 no. It's all good.
No, it's good.
Okay.
It's good.
I
It's
was like,
good.
oh gosh, I touched it. Sorry, friends.
All right, so this is a trap for small hive beetle. The lid just pops on the top here, but when we pop it open, we can fill this center chamber with bait, and then we'll fill these sides with mineral oil. And what will happen is small hive beetles will try to climb in there to get to that bait, and they're going to fall in the mineral oil and drown. They are opportunistic, secondary pests, so they will try and take over when a hive is weakened already. It's like wax moths, and we just want to prevent them from having that opportunity. So we're going to open this back up.
I'll take the lid.
And
I got it. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
so I'm probably just going to slide them in. Actually, I'm going to hang them on the side here while we fill them, just in case they spill mineral oil. We don't want to spill it on the bees.
Correct.
And we've had really cool discussions in the intermediate beekeeping class I'm in about the best bait for setting these traps. And there's how old is he? Like 13?
13-year-old.
13-year-old in Georgia or north somewhere doing research on it. And apparently Miller High Life is an excellent bait. I don't have any Miller, so we're going to use a Heineken
Oh,
and see how
really?
it does. Yeah, I'm going to have to use.
Oh, you're gonna use actual beer as a bait for the beetles? Is
We're
that
going to
it?
use beer as the bait.
Oh,
Correct. We'll
wow.
drink it when we get stung, just in case, but
Yeah.
Wow.
So cool. Hot chills are good for opening beers. And so I'm just going to take just a little bit and pour it right there in that center.
Oh, heck yeah. The beetles are gonna be happy with that. Bring
I'm
them some snacks
going to
too.
take my gloves off
right.
because it'll be a lot easier.
If they were drunk and falling out of the hive, that would be wonderful. they, they are the bane of our existence. They make us crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's the actual oil thing that will take care of them, right?
So they fall into the oil and then they can't get out and they just drown in there.
Hmm.
But you don't want to dump any of that on your bees. You want to make sure to keep that secured from the bees. So you put it inside and then you snap this trap door shut. There we go.
back up.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. I think we're good. Okay, cool. Check that out.
There it is.
That looks good.
I'm
Trap is
thirsty.
assembled. Oh,
And then we're going to tuck it
I just find
right
it
back
funny
in.
that using beer actually lures them over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Yeah.
I've always just used honey in mine, but apparently I don't
Both
know
work.
where I heard that. I mean, it worked perfectly fine for me.
1 or 2 on each.
I'm gonna do 2 on each. There's 2 in this one already, so
Okay.
we just need to add 2 to this one now
Okay.
too. But yeah, overall, I really like these traps. I think they work well. There's lots of dead.
Where'd you buy this one?
I got these on Amazon.
Did you? I'll
Yeah.
try some of that.
Just super super easy. It was some off-brand one too, but I found another company on there that has them, and they're pretty cheap. And they sent me like 20 of them.
Nice.
Something probably actually I think it's like a dozen. They weren't expensive. So that bad boy down in there.
Okay.
There we go. And then we'll tuck this one.
Yep.
Make some room.
There.
Excuse me, miss. All right. Ladies, don't go partying.
You know they will.
Wait.
Uh-oh. There.
And the trap is set.
The trap is set. We're baited. There is some wax on the bottom of the lid that we may end up having to scrape off
Yeah.
because it may not sit flush again where we pulled it off. Sometimes the cracks, there's a pretty good sized gap here still. So
That will weigh it down, but yeah,
Okay.
maybe we should.
we might have to cut some of that wax off. You've got a good 1/4 of an inch gap on that right front side.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Or left front for
Yeah.
me.
All right. I'll put my gloves on and then I'll
Okay. So this is how we scrape bees. Can you see all the bees on the lid? There's also a lot of wax on there. So I'm going to try to get rid of the bees. Typically it's just a hard shake.
Yeah, they did get to see that one.
They don't necessarily like it, but yeah.
The good news is we're closing this hive, so it doesn't matter.
Right. So we just try to get the bees off of the wax so that we don't smash them.
And I've learned the hard way not to leave this on the grass for my dad's dog to eat.
Oh gosh. That'll make her sick.
Yeah, well, also she gets too close to the hive.
Yeah, they
And
tear her up.
yeah, they did. She got tore up. She learned her lesson very quickly.
Yeah, my dogs stay away from the hives mostly.
She had been, because she's white, just a couple black flecks, they hadn't really been threatened by her until she tried to stick her nose in a hive entrance.
Ouch.
Yeah.
She learned quickly, I'm sure.
Curiosity killed a cat, and in this
For
case,
real.
it was a dog.
On the dog, yeah.
Yeah, they don't get stung. Mine don't get stung up very often, even with 50 colonies on my property. They learn really quickly to stay away from the hives.
Yeah, she's also really good at finding yellow jackets nests.
Nice. Nice. Oh, that smells good.
So sometimes when I catch the wind right, I can smell them from like way over there by my steps. Like I'll come out in the morning and I can just smell the hives.
It's too bad you guys don't have smell-o-vision on this live stream because the inside of the hive smells so amazing.
Oh, I
It
bet
smells
it
like
does.
pine resin and honey, and it's just, it's really nice smell.
If you're a fan of petrichor, this is like 10 times better.
Oh, I'm a big fan of petrichor. Can only imagine the good smell that comes from that.
It's lovely. All right, now we're just popping them back together.
And here
There's a lot of
they
bees
are.
out on the front porch.
Find their way back in.
Yep, they kind of figure it out. They go back inside. Nice.
She's on my gloved hand.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm going to set the phone down again.
So,
I swear to God, these things shrink
Mm-hmm.
when they're unbuckled.
so I'm guessing that the
Ah,
bees are still
there we
doing
go.
the locating the queen thing inside.
They find her pretty fast. It's amazing how quickly they locate her. So
And
they
their,
don't have to hunt for very long.
and their sisters are spreading their pheromone all throughout the colony. All right. Oh, I forgot.
Number one is done. Drink a beer.
Cheers.
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 Cheers to the
I'm
beer.
really curious how well that works. I'll have to.
Leave
What
some
would be
for the
really
beetles.
fun? What would be really fun? Here, I'll relate it. Is to do an experiment and see how that one works compared to. I have to look up that kid's research because
Yeah,
maybe
compared to
that's what he's
Duncan.
already doing, like with the different beers.
Right?
But for my bees,
Are your
you know,
bees bougie? Like,
here specifically, you know, I wonder if there are variations in the preferences of the beetles.
I don't know. So you're saying your bougie beetles are gonna like the Heineken better than the Miller High Life?
They want some
They're not like
Trulies.
trailer park.
They prefer
girls?
vodka
Is that what
seltzer.
vodka seltzer? Gotcha.
Yes.
Oh, martini, shaken, not stirred.
My goodness, that's how you know it's been way too long since I've been out here.
It's been a
Can you
while, Kara.
can you turn just the camera just a little bit to my right?
To your right, this way,
Exactly.
or
Looks good.
there you
Yeah.
go. Okay.
I'll bring it a little closer too.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Nice, nice. That's a good picture.
Is this above the excluder?
So it was.
Above
Yeah,
the
it is, but it looks like the bees are actually working this comb. And if I'm not going to keep this, I definitely want to pull this wax out.
Right.
I'm realizing like I just made this too opportunistic for wax moths,
Correct.
and I've been kind of anxious about that ever since I realized it.
Well, and your wax is beautiful. The best place for it is on top of the bees, where they can either work it or at least protect it.
So what I was trying, I've been working all summer to get these girls out of medium bodies.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't want to give this to her.
Good choice. It's a hard call. I have a couple. Eileen has a couple that absolutely refuse to come out of medium boxes
These are,
this year.
yeah,
It's really problematic.
they were in mediums. These are the ones that we inherited, and they were already in those mediums, and I'd been fighting all year just to get them out.
Gotcha. You want this back there?
Yeah. Well, I usually just drop it on the side there. So we'll see what they look like inside if they even need it. My smoker does not want to steal it today. Oh!
Oh, well,
Slingshot.
Remember that game Emergency? And if you didn't get all the things in time, it would pop it out and fly them everywhere. That's exactly what that looks like. Lots more with fur comb.
I'm sorry, friend.
Oh,
That wasn't nice to me. I squished her.
happens.
Look at that. So they built a little Acropolis.
Oh,
Cocoon.
is that a prison for their small hive beetles?
Probably small hive beetles and smashed bees. So they drug them to the corner, and then they made a little propolis cocoon right here, where they sealed them inside. They made a little tomb for the small hive beetle and the bees that had gotten smashed during the last inspection. So they're all cocooned inside of that little nest there.
That's
wow.
amazing.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
So the pine resin is loaded with antibacterial and antimicrobial properties. So it keeps all of the bad stuff inside the little cocoon here, inside the little jail, so that it's not infecting any of the rest of the colony or the hive. Very cool.
That's awesome. You want to scrape it out?
Yep. That's it.
There we go. That was pretty cool. Oh, they made one over here too. Look at that.
I'll come over and scrape it. Nice.
Perfect.
So
A
those
little bit of a smaller.
are like little jails that they do for the beetles. Is that it?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, they'll trap them. They'll run them around and trap them, and then we, as beekeepers, will accidentally destroy their jails and let the beetles back out into the hive unknowingly.
Right. We do have to open the hive, so there's not really a way around it.
I'm gonna take some of this and pour it in there because it's a big clump of sugar. Yeah, there's drives me nuts.
All right, ladies. Sorry. She came at me, didn't she?
Yeah, you got a
She tried.
couple guards in your face.
Tried to play me on that one.
Okay.
Nice. That's better.
Pretty wax.
Pretty wax.
It's empty.
They're dry
Pretty.
though. Yeah, they're gonna start needing some more food. Is what they're gonna start needing. Just to start packing at next groceries.
Oh, I think we're losing signal connection.
Yeah, some days it's really great, and some days it's really bad.
Okay, now we're back. Okay, good, good. Just froze for like 3 or 4 seconds, but it's all good now.
So, Luis, we can't hear you very well right now because they're cutting the grass.
Oh, okay, okay. But I can hear
Yeah.
you fine, so
Okay.
it's all good.
That last frame had a lot of liquid food on it, which is good. The outside frame was empty, but that second frame in had a lot of liquid food on it. Nectar. This is the third frame in. So we're looking at a lot of brood, a lot of bees. There's a lot of pollen, so you can see all the pollen inside the cells as well. It's a really nice looking frame.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. It is a little spotty, but it's spotty around the pollen.
We got a pink cup there.
Clean cup, is it empty?
It looks dry.
It's dry, it's empty.
Surprised they put one there.
So it looks like what they're doing is they packed the brood around the pollen and the nectar that was in the frame.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because look at the other side. They did a pretty nice job of packing the whole frame with babies, but it looks like a tighter brood nest, like a tighter pattern.
It's not very much brood, but again, she's probably slowing down because they're hungry.
Well, and this is also one of the outside frames.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to take that next one first? Just to give you some space.
Oh, this one looks better.
Okay.
So we've got some wet nectar in there around the brood, but overall, I mean, it's a good amount of brood. Pollen along the sides and honey in the corner.
Nice tight packed brood nest too.
Yeah. Very busy. Okay. So some impact larvae. Well,
Right here?
yeah.
So this is called bald brood.
Yeah.
So what's happening here, even though you have the treatment on, they've already sealed up that treatment. Remember, we talked about if they can't get the medication on them, so each time I come in, I try to scrape this off and scrape all the propolis and the wax off of it so that it's still charging up with medication. So we're seeing evidence of what's called bald brood, which means that there were varroa mites inside of these cells. So right here inside of these cells, you can still see the face of the bee. So they didn't seal her completely inside of her cocoon. So she's in her pupation state, but they left it open thinking that if there's a varroa in there, they could probably hear or see something inside of the cell. So they don't completely cap it over so that that varroa can either come out or they can pull it out. So there's a couple of them. There's a few like that here. Yeah. There's a couple there. They're doing a lot of feeding here. So the queen has gone back and refilled all of these cells with baby bees. So what they're doing here is feeding.
Oh, they're feeding the little babies.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Here, look, you can see the larva.
A couple of
Oh, yeah.
normal
I can see
pearly white larva.
the
Yep,
little white things.
That's good
Okay.
nutrition.
that little babies.
Yep. And good nutrition is what makes healthy bees like that. See if we can find your
I've
queen.
never had to deal with bald broods before, but that definitely reinforces that on the OAB.
Mm-hmm. Right. I have the machine today if we want to do it. It won't hurt anything.
I think it would be a bad idea. There's a lot of bees on this thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of bees. They had moved from the other side. So we're just taking a peek for the queen. Nice tight brood nest. Again, kind of the same thing. All the little holes that are empty, the bees are back head in, so they're feeding baby bees inside. So this queen is still working. She's still ramped up. Yeah. She's trying to get a few more brood rounds before the cold weather comes.
So that's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, nice. I don't see any drones.
No.
There were drones at the colonies that I came from.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Thank goodness, because that queen had just emerged. Yeah. So she had still laid some drone, even though she's not going to mate with those. Hopefully they'll come over here. If there's a few drones left here, they'll come over and do a little bit of the mating dance over here.
Nothing to see.
Here's a shiny black bee. Here's a shiny black bee, yeah.
Let me put this one down.
Go ahead. And its wings are not connected to each other. So there's something called shiny black bee. So you see her body right here is nice and black, but her wings, when she had opened up her wings, they weren't connected to each other. Yeah.
Ah.
So it's viral load from Varroa, trying to get her to open her wings again. You can't even, I don't think she even has another wing. It's just partial.
Yeah.
But what's the difference between the black bee and the other ones? What does she do or?
It's because of the varroa mites.
Huh.
It's an expression of the viral load, what it is.
Yeah, so she was any other normal bee, but it's when you see a bunch of these, that's how you know you have a very high varroa mite load.
There she is.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say she might be over here. Here.
Pretty. Hi, Mama.
Oh, there she
Stay
is,
over
the
there.
queen.
She's lovely. Yeah, so the shiny black bee, the varroa, have been feeding on its fat bodies during its pupation state. So while it was inside of its cocoon, the varroa were feeding on its body, and they give it virus. Like a tick gives us Lyme disease, the varroa give them Israeli paralysis disease, the shiny black bee virus, and
Yeah.
give it viral load. Stay over here, Mama. Stay over here.
She's a feisty one.
Yeah. I want to pull some of that.
Some of the propolis.
Propolis, if I can.
Okay, right here, Mama. Just cleaning the edges of the frame a little bit. That's right there. Pretty much done. Well, do you wanna keep looking at the other frames, or you wanna film up, put the bait on?
I'm pretty convinced everything's good. I'd like to give them a little bit more food. How much do we have? Enough to give her a little more? Not really. You're going to come back in a 2 days.
I'm gonna
and feed
come
again
back
anyway.
out.
Okay. Let's go ahead and just seal them back up.
I love watching them fan after they've been out of the hive. Wow.
Yeah. What's beautiful, beautiful wax. Really pretty.
Oh, look at that one, so clean.
I'll
That
do
frame is
another brood
so
round.
clean.
Filled up.
All right. Beetle trap.
Traps. I'll fill them both at the same time. If you want to fill them both.
Um,
I don't mind.
my fear is just accidentally dumping filling them.
Oh,
Bottoms up.
it's party time. Let's fill that up with some beer for the Beatles.
All right.
Nice.
All right, all right.
We know how to party.
Quality control team, okay? Quality
In
control.
the quality control.
Girl's got to do what she's got to do. I'll push you the clip.
There we go. We're definitely gonna take that clip out of the stream
Yep.
for your YouTube channel. All right. One more.
This one is already noted. I got the timestamp.
This is going way better with two people than it did when I was filling these by myself the first time.
Not easy.
Unsurprisingly, beekeeping is way easier and way more fun when you have somebody to do it with you.
For sure.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna pull this one down into this corner. They can push them. Hopefully, they'll push them down into the corners.
Yep.
All right. Cool. That one's good to go.
Sorry about the lawnmower, friend.
So that box that has all of that wax, I think I should just leave it here and let them go in and cool it.
Two choices. There's nothing in it. If you're going to feed extra heavy, you could fill it up with nectar before winter. If it's already empty, I would leave it on. Put the frames in the freezer, 1 or 2 at a time.
Yeah.
Just set it out here and let them come back to the house. You can shake off those frames if you want. He's down here, so I'm not really worried. It's up to you.
I think if I just put them, they will just go inside.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can see them fanning again.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna leave this out front. Bees will find their way back in. They'll smell, end up back in there.
Oh, they will. There's beer inside.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
I said they will
I'll
find
have to
their
talk
way
to my
back
dad
in.
about because I told him that I was going to be out here another time. Look how small the hive is now.
Oh
I'll
wow.
probably leave the surround on once the bees go inside. I'll pull the frames out, put them in the freezer, and then just leave the surround on. Yeah, that'll make it easier so that you can come back and do your feeding later. Yeah. Agreed. Okay. All right. Yeah. Think that they would do that.
I just saw your dad rocking that lawnmower just like a boss.
Yeah. Sorry, so 1 day in 6 weeks. I'm coming out here. Sorry, Luis, if you're saying stuff.
No, no, it's fine. It's okay. It's okay.
No, she's probably just gonna keep going in fucking circles. All right, let's. Yeah. You're a little lower now. Should do. Throw this in a cover over there. Nice. So this is a nice looking colony. So when we pull the lid off right here, we could see all the bees were right on the top of the frames. So there's at least 7 or 8 frames right here at the top that they're working. So we learned a new technique in the intermediate beekeeping class to count the bees on the top, and then to also pull it up and look at them from the bottom. Correct. Average that to get your actual number of frames. I thought that was really cool. It wasn't something I had actually considered before. And it wasn't something that you would have learned in my apiary because I just learned that when I started doing the Sentinel apiary testing for the Maryland Bee Informed Partnership. Yeah, because they're the ones that said that designed that metric. So correct. Correct. So that's kind of a fun metric to look at.
Can you explain the metric again?
So the Bee Informed Partnership, they have a Sentinel apiary testing program. So it's kind of like a citizen science group, right? So people pay money. They send you a bunch of bottles and a bunch of testing things that you want to test on 4 to 6 hives in your apiary each month. You put 300 bees into some liquid and send it off to the Beltsville Bee Lab, and they do Varroa and Nosema testing on those samples. One of the metrics that we look at is a frame count, the number of bees that you actually see on the frames. Ow, 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 she got me. So the number of bees that you see across the frames here when we open the hive, what we'll do is we'll take this box, flip it up, and then count the number of frames underneath.
Oh, I see.
I think she's mowed that about 8 times already. So what we want to do is do a count of the frames. When she lifts the box up, we'll do a count of the bottoms of the frames to see how many bees are on each of those frames. She's lighting up the smoker because they are getting a little testy. We've got the lawnmower going. Yeah, it's getting a little late in the evening as well.
And the darker it gets, the angrier they become. Or more defensive.
What's that?
The darker it gets, the more defensive the bees become, right?
Correct. The darker it gets, the more defensive they get. Yeah, she got me.
Smoker can. They got her. Yeah, they don't like when we mess with them when it's late because they want to be all buttoned up inside. The other issue is that they are all inside right now. You know, they're coming home. Yeah. Here, you hold this. I'll tilt. Okay. You're not supposed to be doing so.
I was going to say, I might be able to tilt them. So what we're going to do is kind of crack the boxes in between and then do a little tilt so that we can see how many frames of bees we have. So there's a fair number of frames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 6 frames I can see. So nice looking. Same thing here. If you see,
6.5.
Yep, 6.5. So you see, there's still bee eyes looking up at us down here from between the frames. They're wondering what the hell we're doing in here. Nice. Nice.
So 6.5.
6.5. So nice looking colony. This is 2 deeps. So it is a bigger hive, size wise.
About 5.5 on top. So about 6 frames up here.
Yeah. Let me see if I can tip it up. There we go. That look okay, Luis?
Yeah, it's
Yes,
good for now.
Yeah, it's good for now. Yeah, yeah.
And we have no idea where the queen is between these because there's no queen excluder, so she could be up top or down below.
Yeah, she could be anywhere.
No, I'm famous for stealing her hive tool and putting 2 of them in my pocket. So
The hive tool thief. That's why I have your that spare hive tool that you gave me. It's
small hive beetle.
chilling. Yeah, this hive will be a good example of what the traps look like when they've gotten really old and stale. Because these ones have been in here for a while and they're kind of grimy.
I'm curious about seeing them now. Oh,
Pressure
look.
test failed.
They never win.
No.
They never pass the pressure test. So this has some nice wet nectar in it. So you can actually see the shiny inside of those. It's only in that brood nest area, so it's not a ton, but now's the time for us to start heavy feeding. Thank goodness. Oh, look at here. This is capped honey.
Oh yeah.
So lots of capped honey.
Dry cappings too. Mm-hmm. Well, some dry and wet.
Yep. So that looks nice overall.
Ooh.
Sorry, friend. Sorry. Yes, smashed her. I smashed her. Sorry, friend. Oh, here's some open honey.
Ooh.
Oh. So it's dripping.
Yeah, I noticed.
You see right here?
Oh yeah.
A big glob of wet honey dripping. You see that?
Yeah.
And the bees are already cleaning back up. They're already doing their best to kind of get it cleaned up.
No, we can't eat this because Apivar has already been in the hive.
Correct. Because normally what we would do is scrape it off with our hive tool and eat it up right here at the hive side.
Like schoolgirls.
Yep. But with the Apivar in there, we're going to leave all that for them. Mostly what I see up here is dry cappings. So this looks like dry capping. Again, this next frame. You can see all the beautiful wax. It's already dried. The honey is already dry and capped over. We did break some open again here when we pulled it off the frame down below. If you look inside, you'll see a big thing of wet nectar on the top of the bottom frame down there.
Down there,
yeah. You see it? So we pulled it apart, so it opened up those 2 chunks of wax.
Yeah, they were connecting all the frames together.
Yeah.
Oh, they were connecting the upper frames with the bottom frames.
Yeah, they were connecting the bottom ones up to the top ones.
Good job, bees. Not very
I
good
don't know.
for the
I'm lucky to be
beekeepers.
there. Yeah.
I didn't like that. Got a little sticky on that.
Oh, no, look at this bee. Already cleaning it up.
Oh, that one's having a good time feeding. Look at her go.
Little proboscis.
Right, drinking. Taking a drink.
She's living it up. So the hive beetles like beer, but the bees prefer honey.
Let's prefer honey.
I think this one feels empty.
It does. There's a lot of honey here.
It's a little ball.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, some more honey in there.
We opened it up.
Yeah. We could leave it. There we go. But they don't even care that she's pulling them off because they have more important things to do. Oh, and I can, well, no, because we got to get to that bottom box before I feed.
Correct.
Yeah. Beetle trap.
The house here looks okay.
Yeah, this looks like just like empty wax.
Pretty wax. You might even take this off and condense it down one more frame.
Yeah. This one was just a little bit too big to bring down to one. That's why I left them, but I was hoping that I would be able to bring them down to one box.
We might be able to condense them today. If there's space down below, then we can shuffle those frames around a little bit.
Yeah, we'll
and
do
try
it.
to give them a little bit less space to guard.
Yeah.
Um,
This is still my biggest colony, though.
yeah, it's pretty healthy. There's a lot of food up here.
Hopefully it's not because they're robbing their neighbors.
I think so.
But
Everybody else looked pretty good over here. I didn't look at bottom boards or anything to see if there was torn wax, but
it's easy.
got it.
All right.
Nice. We will need that feeder again, so if we're going to reduce it down over here.
Yeah, we'll have to keep that in mind. They were just slightly too big.
Yeah.
All right, so these traps, let me tilt it down. These traps are going to look gross.
Oh.
Yes, and this is what I would have preferred to have done without my mentor being here to see it. Because
well, I mean,
I shouldn't have waited so long.
At least you're catching some stuff in there, right?
Yeah.
Like it's moldy and it looks like there's
dead beetles for days in there.
Yeah, lots of dead
Oh,
beetles in both. So you can
see
see all
it?
the dead beetles inside the oil.
yeah, those are all beetles. Oh, there's a lot of them.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
gross. There's also some ants in there, but mostly small hive beetles.
Do you want to just set these aside and we'll use 2 new ones?
Yeah. Yeah. I might
You can rinse
throw those away.
Yeah, you can rinse those out if you're really hell bent on the 37 cents, but it might be.
Yeah, I might just
So
throw those away.
let's inspect first and then try to fill afterward. See if I can get some of the wax up here off now.
I know it was mine.
It wasn't me this time. Normally it's me. We're going to give them a little, it is getting later in the evening. No stinging, friend.
Oh, I should have mentioned this is usually the hive that's the most rambunctious.
Oh, thanks.
Of course, they're also the bigger one.
Right.
And we should have done them first. Probably.
Excuse me.
That's not as exciting. This makes better content.
Excuse me. She doesn't want to get out of the way.
These are the ones I'm pretty sure that I've had to like run away from the colony once
yikes.
because I had a bunch of them in my
Oh, that's
inside
fine.
of my veil.
That's no fun.
But it was when I first started streaming, I had a thing that would go around my neck, and I had to leave a hole open in my tiniest little hole.
Oh,
But they would
and they
attack the
found you?
phone. They
Yeah.
would attack the phone, and they
Hmm.
found that hole, and they
They
made their way inside very quickly.
they
He
they
made a
all
really funny video.
they all got into the helmet. It was so funny. I mean, it wasn't funny at all, but at the same time, it was pretty funny.
It
I
was
didn't
funny.
even
It was
stop.
funny on your end of the
Yeah.
camera.
It
On
was
my
funny
end,
to see the fucking
it
bees.
was funny to see, not to feel, for sure.
Right, exactly. You're like, yeah.
Might need a little bit more space there.
Yeah. Let me just go. Got it. Wow, look at all those bees just
Yep.
dripping off.
Really nice.
Oh wow.
They're very, very busy frames. Can you see all the bees hanging off of there? So this is a food frame. So it's all pollen and capped honey. So I don't know if you can see that. So you can see the pollen in here.
Pollen, yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
All the yellow. And then right next to it and above it is a big rainbow of capped honey here. So you can see all the capped honey. Pretty. So this is a food frame, a resource frame all the way on the outside edge.
It's a nice one.
Yeah, nice frame. A lot of bees. And we forced everybody downstairs earlier, so I'll let you take the next one. I'll stand by and wait for her to pull the next frame, and then we'll round robin again. And I can't tell if the queen is on my frame, so I'm still holding it right over the edge of the hive, just in case. I don't want to accidentally drop her on the ground.
All right, so this one is...
Ooh, lots of brood.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, it's kind of patchy.
Little patchy.
But...
You see any eggs or larvae in there?
Ooh, it's getting dark.
Yeah. I can pull my phone out maybe and shine it.
Yeah, I can't tell if I can see it or not. So let me blow it up.
Oh, there are.
Yeah.
Ouch. Ouch, twit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's larvae.
I see eggs. It looked like eggs inside of there.
Yeah.
If I can get my light on. The flashlight it. Come on. No, the camera's on. Darn it. Dang it. All right, now here we go. Can you see inside of it?
Those look empty. Come up here. Anywhere. No, those look empty.
Okay, so it's just shiny bottoms.
Yeah, I think it's shiny. We've got more fruit over here, but there's also resources mixed into it.
Mm-hmm.
She's probably further in.
Gonna give them a little puff of smoke just to let them know, hey, I know we're still working on you. I'll take the next one. Otherwise, those in pretty good.
Lots of bees.
Yeah,
Look
there's
at
a lot of
Filling.
look at all those just hanging from the frame. That's awesome.
yeah.
That's so cool.
Mm-hmm. See if we can find our queen. There's a fair amount of brood here on this frame.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's
larvae in there. Yeah. So she's not been here too long ago.
Oh, she's probably over here. There's a lot of brood over here.
Yeah. So the rule is you're 3 days an egg, 6 days a larva, and then 12 days a worker bee. So it kind of depends on where the queen is in her laying pattern. But if we see eggs, then we know we had a queen within the last 3 days. If we don't see a queen, but we see larvae, then we know we've had a queen in the last 6 days.
There's a lot of capped brood over here.
Yeah, nice. There is still some capped brood on the outer edges here. And there are new emerging bees.
Yeah, I'm seeing some
young
caps
bees here.
getting chewed out.
Okay. There's so many bees hanging off the bottom here. There are so many.
They're a good producer hive.
No stinging, friends. Don't do it. She's underneath my tool. Underneath my hand on the tool. Two falls. I don't see her.
No, and I didn't hear their volume go up either.
No, they're doing pretty good.
Could it be making her way up onto the camera?
You're gonna have a friend on the lens here in just a second.
She's right next to it.
Yeah.
We'll see if she comes across.
Come here, Bea, come here. Let us look at you.
You gonna shake the next one?
Ooh, their volume's going up a little. We gotta move faster. I bet you she's on that one.
Start getting torn up here pretty soon.
Oh yeah, here she comes. You see her little shadow.
She's walking all over the lens. This is a lot of pollen and wet nectar. So this is a food frame as well.
Oh, okay. She's probably on this one.
Yeah, probably.
This is packed full of bees.
It is. It's pretty cool. This is too, though. Look at the bottom.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't have a place to set it down. Come on, you guys.
No, they are refusing to leave.
They really are. They're just jammed up on that.
Clingy.
There they go. Everybody get out.
Off the frame. They like their propolis too, man. There's like a 1/4 of an inch of propolis on the shoulders of these frames. I don't see her. But there's so many bees on each frame that I'm not sure we would see her anyway.
Well, they're pretty calm.
They are. They're pretty chill for it being late in the evening.
It's going to be a
I
challenge
think
to find the
for
queen.
Yeah, I am. I was just checking over this brood again to see. Yeah, sometimes it is really hard, especially because my queens aren't marked. So she doesn't have that spot on her back to be able to find her.
I didn't seem to have any trouble. I mean, I think it does take some practice. It does take practice, but I mean, if she's not tangled up in a big pile of bees, then she's not typically hard to find. She looks like a bulldozer moving through the hive. Everybody just gets out of her way.
All right. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if she's on this frame, but I can't find her. She might have her butt in a cell.
Yeah, I mean, look at the amount of bees there.
Yeah. That frame is really stacked up.
Mm-hmm.
And they did get a little bit rowdy when she pulled that frame out.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if she's on there.
All right, last 2 frames.
Hear their volume going up again, though. I think they're over it.
Coming under.
All right.
The next frame over, I can already see is slap full of honey. So it's going to weigh like 8 pounds. It is so
don't
full.
try and pick that up.
Yeah, I'm not going to try to pick it. It's going to be too heavy for me.
All right, so
we don't see a queen, but we do see
and
larvae.
Caps honey and wet nectar.
Yep. Food frame.
Yeah, pretty empty.
Okay. I'm convinced that there is a queen. They act very organized. They act like they've got a purpose. So that typically is enough of a tell so that we know that the queen is in the house. They are starting to lose patience with us, though.
Do you think that can condense down? I don't think we can.
I don't think we can. There's still way too. Oh,
that's what they did to me last time too.
In my pants. Out.
Oh,
my pants.
Ants in your pants. Bees in your pants are next level.
Bees, yeah, totally next level. Yeah, I took her up. Listen, friends, don't get fresh with me. I would say let's condense, but let's condense by putting your feeder down here in the brood nest, because what you're trying to do is reduce that second box down. So if we move the feeder downstairs, what we're going to do is, what we're going to do is encourage them to go ahead and start packing this brood nest. That frame was really full. Let's take this one from this side and push everybody else over. It's okay, ladies. It's okay. You're fine. They're like, yeah, right. It really is. Oh, lots of bees falling. Oh, yeah. Lots of bees falling. Yeah, there's a lot of bees on there.
Oh, ladies.
Oh, there you go.
Diane's wearing Crocs, not close-fit shoes, so I don't want to drop a bunch on the ground.
Right.
So her lovely pedicure will not look a little less lovely.
Although it's always funny to see me jumping around with bees in my pants. I haven't had to strip naked in the yard in a while. Okay, let's not.
Do it for the stream.
That's good content.
Sacrifice myself for YouTube content.
Yes.
No, baby. No, baby.
Come on, Diane, we gotta go viral somehow.
Hey, we gotta make it somehow.
We might go viral in the wrong way.
Yeah,
Some half-naked woman running around.
Any publicity is good publicity.
Getting stung up. I don't know, friends. Yeah. We might have to clean the propolis next time.
There we go.
Ooh, they're getting fired up now.
Yeah, they are.
They're getting saucy.
You want to hit them with the smoker?
Yeah. I can put my gloves on too. Everybody, quiet. There's a lot of bees on the front of this rock over here.
They like to hang out there.
Do they? Okay.
Yeah. It used to worry me too.
Okay.
It worries me less now. They like landing on there.
Yeah.
And just kind of hanging out for a bit.
I guess you guys are lucky that those are not stoner bees, or else they would enjoy the smoke.
This isn't that good smoke.
It's not that smoke for that sort of smoke.
It's not that kind of smoke, right?
It's not that kind of smoke, friend. Okay, here's our feeder.
Fill it up real quick too.
Oh, and there goes the feeder.
So you can hear I don't know if you guys can hear the volume. Can you hear the sound of the bees?
Sometimes
on your end?
Sometimes. Not always. Because of the sound suppression.
Right.
Yeah, so their volume went from a nice gentle hum to a much higher pitch.
Right.
Telling us we need to finish and get out. They're ready for bed.
And there you go. A lot of sugar water for the bees.
This box is pretty much ready.
All right. We gotta put the traps on.
Oh yeah, we do.
We should probably put them down here.
Yeah, let's do them on the opposite side of your feeder, though. Yeah. How's that?
Oh yeah, that's funny.
Did it give you enough space?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty.
Figures. The outsides of the box are just a little bit thinner than the actual frames. So they can't sit nicely
While you're
to fill them.
Yeah, of course. Why would it be easy? Since when?
Right. Oops.
Some beer, now a shot of tequila.
Right. A little beer for the bees and a little beer for me.
Right. Well, we got most of a beer left.
A little beer for the bees and a little beer for me.
One for you, one for me.
One for me. Exactly.
It's like that. There was was it Wendy's that did that commercial where the kids were counting out French fries and the little girl would say, one for you, one for me, and then two for you and two for me. When she handed her brother his second French fry, but she took two for herself, and then she kept doing that and give him fry number 3 and then give herself 3 fries.
Nice.
It was pretty cute.
Okay. Nice. Looking good, friend.
There we go.
All right. Second box. We're almost done here. They're pretty chill. I don't know what you're talking about, spicy bees. I mean, they're pretty relaxed.
I've got some videos I can show you.
Oh
Have
yeah.
you get
Of extra spicy.
It was like our
Of
second
like,
stream or something. They were really spicy.
I think it was the first one.
They were
It
lit
was
up, huh?
it
Was
was
it?
to the point that I was gonna stop streaming this
Uh-huh.
because it was too bad.
Oh wow.
How?
Ca-
I got 9 frames.
Well, because we pulled the feeder from downstairs. Is there another one somewhere? Did we leave another?
No, I probably couldn't fit it in
Right. We
with
probably didn't fit it earlier with the extra feeder, so
that's a run.
it's okay. They'll be all right like that.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna
Eventually
come
it's
back
coming
out
off.
here.
Right.
Yeah.
Eventually, I think that box is coming off unless she comes up here and lays in that, and then we'll have to rearrange them next time again.
Jizz and Erica are getting very excited.
Mhm.
Find out.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah, it would be nice if you can hear them because they're very loud right now. They're all fanning. They're super excited because they've been away from the queen for a while. So they're just going nuts.
Yeah, it's because of the sound suppression that Discord has. Maybe we could try and stream
Yeah.
it through others platform. I don't know, Messenger or something.
Oh, we could try.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's put this down.
There we go.
All right. So we pulled the apivar strips out. We fed them.
yep. Everybody got feed. We saw 2 queens out of 3.
Yep.
We saw evidence of number 3. Overall, nice looking colonies. Very nice.
I'm a little worried about
We condensed
the balls,
one. I'm not too worried about it, to tell you the truth.
Okay.
She looks okay. I think just keep feeding her. Come out here in a few days and give her some more food. And start like doubling up on your rations. So twice a week instead of once a week. Start dumping extra rations on them. Thin it down a little. So hit them with a 2-to-1 in 4 or 5 days. Come back and hit them with a 1-to-1. Excuse me. So thin it out a little and see if that doesn't help stimulate a little bit more brood. Maybe one more round of brood would be nice.
That would be nice.
And then after that, she could shut down if she wants to.
Sure. All right.
Beautiful.
So that's pretty much it for tonight. Let me. Doing this with gloves is always so difficult.
There
I'm
we
going to
go.
touch it.
No, thank you.
Diane's covered in bees. Stage 5 fingers.
Yeah.
I'm good
But-
without bees.
All right, so that's all we have for you guys today. Thank you for joining, and I hope you learned something and had fun.
Bye bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah, it is. I enjoyed